Hello, I'm Lisa Steinberg, and I'm the editor-in-chief for Starry Constellation magazine. I'd like to welcome you to my podcast. Starry Constellation magazine started back in 2003 as a small e-zine, and now it has blossomed into the amazing website that you see before you. Thank you so much for your support, and thanks for playing among the stars.
Is there anything recent that you've been working on?
Yeah, I just finished a few fun guest spots on CSI Miami and the unit, and some of them have aired or are going to be airing. So those were neat characters to work with. And then I'm starting to work on the new Frank Miller feature. He's the writer of Sin City. It's called The Spirit, and we'll begin that in a week, and I'm really excited about that. That's with Sam Jackson and Eva Mendes and Scarlett Johansson. So it'll be another, it's a comic-based feature based on the old Spirit comic books, which are pieces from Will Eisner's comic book era from like the 40s and after on. So it'll be fun. It looks like it'll be a great piece, and Mr. Miller's really creative. So I'm looking forward to that one.
Well, you sounds like you've got an amazing cast as well. I mean, there are a lot of pluses in there that
Yeah,
couldn't keep you away, I'm sure, from the project.
No, and we did the read through a few weeks back, and Gabriel Macht is playing the Spirit, and it was great to watch everyone play around with the characters and go full force. The reading is really great. Like, everyone walked away really happy and really excited about the piece. So it'll be nice. They've already some of them have already started down in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So I go to join them now, and I'll be out there for like a month and a half, 2 months. So it'll be good. We'll see what happens.
Well, it doesn't sound like you get a lot of downtime in there. Is there any time for you to rest and relax? There's been lots of projects that you've been working on lately, and doesn't sound like there's any skips and spaces in between.
Yeah, I like it that way, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's. I mean, not that it's a bad thing. I mean, because it's great that you have so much work coming your way.
Yeah, no, I like it that way. And if there is some downtime, I occupy it well. So yeah, it's good to be working, good to be playing, and good to be enjoying stories with other talented actors. Nice.
Well, you mentioned a couple of these guest spots, and a lot of people have actually been wanting to see you back on Heroes. It doesn't sound like that'll be happening in the near future. People got a little bit of you there, and they've been wanting to see more, but unfortunately, it doesn't seem like there's a future in that area.
I don't know. I loved that piece. I thought there was a real potential with that character, but we'll see. I don't know. She's kind of dead, kind of not dead. In one future she is, in another future she isn't. And that's the kind of storyline that anything can happen with. I really liked it, though. It was a lot of fun. I know I knew Milo Ventimiglia from another project that we did a long time ago when I first came to LA, and he's fantastic. He's really fun, absolutely the professional on set. So it's nice to be able to see him again and to work with some of the other cast members. They're all talented and really fun-loving people. So I would love the chance to work again. And I don't think that character was fully fleshed out yet. I know that a lot of fans really were looking forward to this kick-ass Mossad agent coming in and stirring up some trouble and solving some of the mysteries. And I hope we'll see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I've been reading online, is that so many fans think that the storyline is still left to be fleshed out. There's still much to learn about her and learn about her past as well.
Yeah, and also I think that, I don't know, we'll see. I think that she could play a strong element in future plans and future developments for that whole Primatech and storyline. So we'll see what happens.
We'll have to wait till the phone call happens then.
Pretty much. And it's funny, even when I was working on it, as an actor, we didn't know what was going to happen. It was all in the mind of Tim Kring, who is the creator. So it's something like any day you could be called to just do some quick bit, and then you're gone for another month, and you come back to do another big thing. But we'll see. He's got a fantastic mind, so it'd be nice to play with that team again.
It reminds me a lot of the show Lost, when people come in and they're there for such a short time, and then they can come back at any moment in the future or the past.
Yeah, yeah. And that seems to be kind of where things are flowing now, isn't it? Where it's kind of this nebulous world. You don't know if if you're in the real world, if it's the past, if it's the future, if it's some kind of limbo. Seems to be a popular thing in TV making right now. I know that Sopranos did a whole stint on it a season ago, I guess.
Yeah, I know the show has come to a finale.
Yeah.
But right now, viewers are getting to see you in the film Feast of Love, which is out in theaters, and it's gotten such wonderful acclaim. Did you really expect that all of this great acclaim would come to it when you began working on it?
You know, that project had a lot of heavy hitters like Morgan Freeman and the director Robert Benson, who's from Kramer versus Kramer, and then Lakeshore Entertainment produced it, and they put together projects like Million Dollar Baby and Underworld. So given that combination, it was a pretty safe bet from the beginning that the film would be, you know, carefully executed. So I'm glad that viewers appreciate it, and you kind of know when you go into something like that where everyone is that talented and that much of a professional that you're going into something that is going to be good and people are going to work hard at.
Speaking of wonderful actors, you got to work alongside and opposite of Selma Blair, and how was getting to work with that talented actress?
She's great. She's good fun. She's fun.
I know that there was a little bit of brief nudity in the film, and I was wondering if there was any hesitation on your part about doing that.
I think that there's always that initial getting accustomed to the idea of doing an intimate scene in a very unintimate setting. But I come from a European background, so any initial fears or trepidation that I had got thrown out the window pretty quickly, because I think Europeans are a lot less puritanical about the body than other parts of the world.
Yes, hence all those nude beaches out there.
Miami has one too.
Yes.
You're not far from there, eh?
Well, I have to say, over where I live in Fort Lauderdale, there's actually a nudist colony around here somewhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a nudist camp around here somewhere. I have not been, but I know that there is one, I've been told.
Oh, right on. Well, they should have no problems doing nude scenes for movie.
Right, they do it every day. That's on film, nonetheless, is nothing more.
Right, exactly.
What do you think it is, though, about the film that really has hooked so many viewers?
I think that it's one of those pieces that tries to inspire people to love their friends, their family, and their lovers even deeper, and to really revel in the relationships that we have. And with that positive note, that positive message, I think people are attracted to it, especially now when things are so complicated, for instance, weather-wise, politically and whatnot. People are searching probably for something that reminds them of core values, and I think that a film like that, it really just helps us put perspective on life and refocus on things that really should matter. On the way to shooting this film, I had this fantastic Chilean driver that took me to the airport, and we were just talking the whole way, and it was great. The guy was really wise, and one of the things he said to me was, I don't put a car wheel lock on my car. You know those bars that sit across your wheel?
Yeah, the safety security locks.
The safety security lock, yeah. He said, I put it on my relationships with my friends and my family, because I don't concentrate on guarding things, I concentrate on guarding those relationships. And I thought that was really apropos to the film and to kind of entering into the process of creating that film, because that's something that people forget sometimes, is they forget that it's good to stop and to look at that person that you really love, whether it's your child, whether it's your lover or your parent or your sibling or just your friend, and stop and just really look at them and appreciate them and to tell them that, you know. And I think with this kind of film, it was funny when we finished showing the film, I had people coming up to me and saying, I can't wait to get back to my husband or my wife or my lover and to be with them. And I was like, that's great. If you come away with that kind of feeling from a film like this, then that's fantastic. I'm glad I was a part of it.
And it's so interesting that, a lot of people forget that you can replace material things, but you can't replace your family or your friends.
No.
Those things are those people, can't come back to you. If you lose if you lose your car, you can go out and buy a new car. You can't buy a new, you can't go get a new child.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And that was a part of the storyline too. And I think that's one of the things that struck people was love them as much as you can, as hard as you can, while we can enjoy each other, you know?
Oh yeah, I saw the film. It was very poignant and very very endearing, and I really loved the chemistry that the cast had together and the different